Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to TerraTech with me, Elathrix, and of course, welcome after quite a long time back to the R&D mode. Today, we're going to be taking a look and building with one of the brand new DLCs which have just now been released over on the TerraTech Steam page, which are two new skin sets, essentially. But in addition to the skins just having all different colours like usual, there's also a whole host of brand new models, and the one I am most interested in is the DLC called Fantabulous Contraptions. I have tried to say that like 10 times, and I think I've got it right this time, because instead of the usual aesthetic with Geocorp and with Better Future, it's gone a little bit steampunk, and I'm going to just demonstrate it very quickly with the main wheels. Yeah, they look absolutely amazing, and a lot of the harsh edges have been replaced with regular corner blocks. There's the brand new skin itself in terms of the red and gold, which is the main kind of look, or red and brass, however you want to say that, and lots of little details on lots and lots of little things. Now, normally, what I would do with these bits of DLC when a new skin comes out is I would just showcase all the different blocks in comparison to their regular types, but there are just way too many. So what we're going to do is we're going to build one tech for each of the corporations affected by the DLC over the course of 2 videos. In this video, like I say, we are trying out the Contraptions, which is Better Future and Geocorp. The other DLC, which is Warriors of Future Past, is Venture and Hawkeye. And Hawkeye looks utterly amazing. So let's get to work, though, building our first contraption for the Fantabulous Contraptions, which is the Geocorp model. Now, I'm definitely going to be calling this video something like the Steampunk DLC, because that's exactly what it is. So, a lot of the blocks have had very minor changes. For instance, even just the regular basic block is no longer the exact same model. It's very similar, but yeah, definitely different. So it has a different pattern on it, it has the highlighting on the top and on the bottom, which I really like, and yeah, you're going to see lots of little things which I'm probably not going to point out, because otherwise we'd be here all day. I did not know about these spikes. Well, we're going to end up looking rather brutal, apparently. Wow, that's instantly chaos. Okay, well, I'm in love with the new model now, definitely. So, what I want is something which is going to be really oversized. So let's actually start at the back of this thing. So we're going to go with the behemoth wheels right at the back. And I want it to look a little bit splayed out. So I want lots of air gaps, just so it's a bit more, I don't really know what the term is I'm looking for here, so it all looks like a proper contraption. Not every last inch is covered in armor and everything else. It's not something necessarily designed for war. Just something which is designed to be really, really weird, like you'd see at some kind of old-school science fair. Old-school science fair, yep, that's exactly what I meant to say. So I'm immediately stuck, because I kind of have an idea in my head. So what I'm thinking is maybe we could have kind of like tanks using these. Will these fit properly? Yes, they will. And then we could have those with all the pipes coming out of them as if they're like coolant tanks or something. But I don't know where I'd put them on this thing. Well, I guess I could build them up. Oh yeah, I could just build upwards here, then have them kind of going along all the backs. Actually, never mind. I have figured out where I want to build this. So we have like a little hatch here, which I really like on the front, and some of the other armor is just really decorated. The smaller wheels have also been changed, but I think I will go with just 2 sets of the larger wheels instead, the behemoths. So we're just going to have the same on the front as well. Oh, apparently I've built that a little bit too low. How do I keep building it too low? There we go. I really like this already. I mean, it's really basic because, well, it just is, but I really, really like it already. So, how am I going to do this? I wanted the spikes there, but I'll build them somewhere else. That's fine. I'll probably keep building this a little bit more forwards. This probably won't be the end. How does that look? Ooh, I like those. Do I like them more than... No, I definitely prefer the double. Double just looks a lot better when you can use it, so let's just... Ooh, that way around or the original? No, probably the original, yeah, so it's more striking for the front. Definitely. Just need more stuff to it, though. Okay, so this is the idea so far. Obviously, ignore the wheels and everything right now. So we have the tank at the back. The tank is pretty much plugged into everything. As you can see, the piping is going through the entire craft because I didn't even notice this until I looked back at the Steam page, but the weapons have changed as well. Well, more specifically, the plasma cutters have. I think everything else is pretty much the same, yeah, but all the different types of plasma cutter are now altered, which means that's what I want this craft to be. Somehow, this tank of I don't even want to know what's inside is powering everything, including the plasma cutters. I was going to say power cutters then. Well, I guess they are powerful. Either way, I want that then to make sure it's all fully connected to everything. Right now, it's going to be stupidly spindly, though. So, let's see if I can figure out a way to have this tank set up. Now, on the Steam page, essentially what they've done is they've got the tank pretty much in the air, but I want it to be more incorporated into the craft itself. I guess we could just have multiple. Yeah, I mean, if we just remove this front section, we could just have another tank at the front, so it's all connected like that. That'd be interesting. Well, I'm still going with the whole I have no idea what I'm doing, but now I'm finally getting an idea of what I want. I still want it to look like a contraption more so than a proper vehicle, so I'm kind of building it like this. I've now built the silos sort of into the structure itself rather than having them sort of floaty. And I think I like it. Again, ignore the front section. The front section is going to be the last thing I do. I'm just doing this centerpiece. I want it to look a lot sturdier than it was while still being, again, contraption-y. So move you back one. Move you forward one, so it's equal. Yeah, I like that a lot. So, oh yeah, this one's become a smooth out corner, hasn't it? So let's stick with this block. I don't know why, but something about this red colour, I actually have a very difficult time placing blocks. Sometimes I can't quite tell where I'm placing things. Okay, yeah, that I actually really like. Let's do it on both sides, and on the front, I'm going to minimize it a bit more, then have a row of all those lovely, lovely weapons. So that's kind of the whole point of the vehicle, the contraption. It's all to show off these things. Just have them all along the front. So that's all being powered by whatever's in the silos and whatever's probably in the chassis itself. Have I essentially just built a steampunk tractor? Yes, I honestly think that's exactly what I built at this stage. But the thing is, I actually quite like it, so this is getting very close to being done now. It's taken me way too long. I don't know why I found this so difficult to make. It's like I had an idea in my head, but every time I tried to build it anything like I wanted, it just didn't quite turn out. But now I think I am happy. It's still spindly looking at the back, so it looks like it's, again, not something particularly built for battle. Perhaps it's a test vehicle. It's got all these at the front now, so at least it has some kind of purpose. The only thing I'll think of is maybe adding more plasma-y goodness, because more plasma is always good plasma. Some sort of vents as well, which I quite like. Maybe not, actually. Just leave it as it is? Or we could add some to the bottom section. Should look really weird like that. Maybe if it's a little bit higher up, but no, I think this is really close. Okay, let's get to work then on Better Future. So as you can imagine, Better Future is all about the flying stuff, and it's really, really leaning into it. As you can see, even the normal blocks now look like scaffolding, so it's all nice and light. And then if we go to the hover rings, as you can see, they're now proper little fans, which look utterly lovely, absolutely adorable. Sadly, the rotors, the large rotors haven't been changed, but all of the hovers have been altered, along with the ion drives to be little fans as well, which I really think are just adorable. So what I'm thinking is, we should build, again, a blimp. So we have a large section on top, then we have the underside, and then we have all of the little rotors. Though, we could build a plane. Now, the plane is actually what's on the, if we go like this, on the Steam page itself, because the wings themselves have been edited as well. Where's the middle blocks? There we go, there's the middle wings. As you can see now, they're a lot more old school than their normal counterpart. And there's the edges. You could quite easily build... Well, you could really easily build an old school biplane with this. Oh, originally I wanted to build a blimp, but actually... Yeah, that would look really, really cool, and it wouldn't be too difficult. Saying that, that's what I thought with the last build, and I absolutely butchered it. So, I guess we'll quickly find out. Now, I think I am copying the Steam page a lot more than in the previous build here, just because I've already seen this one, and I kind of love the concept of it. So we do that, then we build upwards. Have these been changed as well? No, they haven't. Okay, I actually quite like that, so we do get both of the types. I think I'm going to take it one step further and build a biplane rather than a triplane. So, if we go up like this, how are we going to do this? So this is where we're going to be sitting. So I'll probably change the cab over to one of the other cabs, honestly. We might need to swap skins as well, just to get the regular blocks back. So I don't want to use these for everything. I really want to use them for the middle parts. How about just one like that? Definitely adds a bit more texture to it, but don't know. We'll see if I can find some other kind of connection. Now, the most difficult part of this, by the way, is going to get it just flying properly. I don't know how I'm going to get this to fly properly of how I want to set up the wings. It's going to be really, really stupidly placed, so I don't quite get how I'm going to do that. Oh, there's another issue. I would like these to actually fully connect. But I do want this middle section. How am I going to do that without making it way too long? Because I don't really want to make it any longer than I already have, honestly. Yeah, probably swap over to the smaller outside wings as well. I'm going to have to look at some pictures of biplanes and triplanes, because it's not something which I'm particularly familiar with. You can always tell when I have no idea what I'm doing, which is pretty much all the time, by how much trash is on the floor at any given time around my build. You may notice this stuff over there in the distance, and now this stuff over here as well. I don't quite know how I'm going to get this to work. Now, sadly, I did have to get the propeller from Venture, because although these now look like propellers, they still act like the old ion drive, so if I place them like this, that will work. But if I put them on the front like this, that won't actually work. That won't give us forward momentum, which obviously is a bit of a problem when that's meant to be driving us forward. Also, I'm having a bit of a problem with just the what do you call it, the symmetry here. I didn't really want a double in the middle here, but that's just kind of how it's ended up. Other than that, I think it's going pretty well for a rough draft. Though there is going to be an immediate issue. This is going to generate so much lift on the front. I don't know how I'm meant to counter that within the rules of TerraTech, without adding way too many wings to the back. Just keep the back as light as possible, I guess. Maybe try and weigh down the front. Just replace some of the blocks in the center there. That could work out. Maybe. We'll see. We will see as we continue. I think I will still build a blimp on the side note. Just going to want to build a blimp as well. This is just the first test. It's been a long time since I've actually played TerraTech, and my building skills, I swear, have gone down so much in the weeks I haven't played. Well, was it months I haven't played? It's been a while. Boop. That actually balanced really easily. Now, it's definitely trying to pitch up, so I am manually fixing that. But, yeah, it's working. Now, one thing which would be way better is if I just had this with the point of symmetry in between a single block rather than in between two blocks. Because then I could use that at the back. Which has also been, which has also been changed, the tail wing. The problem is, all of the fans I want to use are too wide, and I don't want two sets of fans, I just want the traditional one in the center, so yeah, I'm gonna have to have some really janky, weird-looking tail wing here, but in return I do get the front propeller, so I think it's worth it, maybe? Perhaps? I mean, this is just the small build before we build the proper thing, as my propeller almost breaks. What kind of weapons should this thing have? Yeah, the problem is it's all lasers still with Better Future. I don't think any of the weapons have been altered with this DLC. No, none of the new skins. Okay, that's fine. Ooh, actually, yeah, that's fine. We'll just have to go with Venture again. Perhaps something like the Hail Rifle. Yeah, that'd be cool. Okay, we'll have those underslung or something. Just need to sort out the body now, and then I think we're almost done, actually. This turned out okay. This did turn out alright. It's alright. It's okay. It's not the best. It's not the worst. It's very me. It's very Lathrix, you know? Actually, landing this thing's quite difficult because of the propeller size. I would like it a little bit further down, honestly, but, yeah. Pop. Maybe we should have the wheels a bit lower, but I quite like them where they are. Okay, I think I am happy enough with this for now. It's actually not difficult to control. It's surprisingly agile. The tail looks pretty bad, but other than that, I'm actually relatively happy with this. Again, just for a quick build, just to show off some of the new things. Yeah, I think it's alright. I think the middle section there should be redone completely, just removing the scaffolding, connecting them. Then we need some more, just more to the body itself. Right now it's literally just a cylinder. Kinda looks like a cardboard tube, but gotta be honest, looks like the middle of a toilet roll. But still, as flying toilet rolls go, I think it's alright. Flying toilet rolls with guns. I want to build a flying toilet roll of guns now, which I kind of have, but even more so. Now we move on to the zeppelin. Yeah, I'm happy enough with this. Now with this one, I think I am going to have to use the hover glitch. The reason is, if we don't, it's actually not going to get all that far off the ground, which isn't particularly very good. Because we are just using normal hovers, which, although they look awesome, just act like normal hovers. Wait, which way are they meant to be before I'm an absolute dum-dum? Okay, so we want the blade facing up, which makes complete sense. Okay, just making sure there. But yeah, if I just pop these down quickly, we'll see just how high this thing can go, and it's not going to be high enough for what I want at all. And I don't want any other types of flying. Well, actually, in the core, we could just add some rotors. Yeah, never mind, we don't need to use a glitch. Oh, that's cute. Whee! Oh, I love these. Yes. So, I'm thinking, which is a terrible thing. Yeah, where am I going to put the rotors? So, it depends how much, like, a real blimp we want. We could have the blimp body and then have these essentially coming out the side of the body itself, where the gas should be. Or we could have it on the undercarriage section, where the cab's going to be, and have them along the side there. I don't really know which. I'm going to look at the Kirov from Red Alert. Okay, so the Kirov has the propellers actually attached to the main blimp body, so we're going to do the same with this then. I want it to have a stripe down the middle. Oops-a-daisy. Yeah, that'd be cool. So maybe about this size? Could have it a little bit bigger, actually, if we wanted to. No, I think if we make it any bigger, it's going to be... Ooh, look, these have stripes already. Ooh, that looks cool. No, I think I want to do the stripes manually. Yeah, let's have this one not so huge, unlike the last thing we tried to build. So, having like this. Let's place down a normal block so I can build this without destroying it. That would be great. Actually, it needs to be a little bit bigger, otherwise how am I going to hide the blades inside? I guess the small rotor is, as you can imagine, pretty small, but even so. Okay, so it needs to be a little bit bigger than this. So right now, this is what we've got. I think I know what I'm doing this time, which is a really weird thing to say. So we're going to go back about double what we currently have. Then I'm going to make it so these look like they're straps or attachments on top. We're going to have at least one more set of them in the back half. And then on the inside we can hide all the actual stuff which is making this truly fly. Well, we're getting there. Ignore the damage, I may have hit the floor a few times. Okay, that's the main body done. Should be able to fly up, yep, in fact very quickly. There we are, staying pretty much at the same altitude. This is because on the inside it has one of the linear motion engines. Now, the rotors actually have this pretty much built in, but I'm actually using the ion drives instead, just because it was easy to place them on the inside. So what I need now is the ability to actually control the craft. This is how fast I can turn. As you can see, these still aid in turning, even if you are flying, but yeah, let's get a little bit more altitude. There we go. We're going to need more than that. And then, I think we should go with the whole Kirov idea a little bit further. With bombs. technically speaking, it's now done. It can move forwards, it can move backwards, it can turn very, very slowly, it can hold its altitude, and it has bombs. Turning is very slow though, but I feel like making it any faster would be a bit weird, but it would be very easy to make it faster. If you're going with the Kirov idea, the back section could just be all fans and everything else, and that'd be absolutely fine. So there we are, we now have a blimp using the new colour scheme as well, mixed in with some of the older schemes. And that is pretty much it for now. So there are two more, which I'll be covering very, very soon, probably tomorrow, which is the new Venture colour scheme and the new Hawkeye. And I've got to be honest, the Hawkeye one looks phenomenal. And it looks, someone mentioned briefly, it looks a little bit like the Fire Nation from Avatar. And honestly, since they've said that, I kinda can't get it out of my head. So, with that, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed today's video, then of course, likes, favourite, shares, comments, all that good stuff, helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that TerraTech is a series you wish to see continue in the future. So, out of the two new schemes, which is your favourite? For me personally, I just love the new Geocorp one. I do like the new Better Future one quite a lot, but the new Geocorp one I absolutely adore. So thank you so much for watching, have a lovely day, do take care, and until next time, goodbye.